Hey, what's
Hi,
up?
hi. Hope I'm not late, you know?
No, no,
Came right
definitely.
on time.
Yes, there is no lateness here.
Exactly, because we're wizards. And wizards are
Hey,
never late.
that's right,
Always
that's
on time.
right. Magically, we just become it, like, it just happens.
Exactly.
So, what's, how's things been?
I mean, things have been they've been pretty steadfast, you know what I
Okay,
mean, in my life. I'd say that there's a little bit of stagnation, if I were to be completely candid,
okay.
but
Hmm.
I view it essentially as more of like a rut, that I'm basically in some way. And I'm managing I you know experiences like being here, for example,
Hmm.
is like a form of like prototherapy almost, if you will, for me,
Come
honestly,
on
because
now.
because
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's like no matter what you're going through in life, as long as you can, inundate yourself in a space of serenity, I think that you can find at least some
Come to
semblance of
center.
mental peace for yourself.
You know what I always think? I always think about, well, what do you even recognize as being a rut, as you said? Like, what is a rut?
See, for me, what I define as a rut is sort of this idea of being stuck in a sort of limbo, if you will,
Hmm.
where it's like you know that there's something that you should be doing or that you're supposed to be doing,
Hmm.
but for some reason you just can't bring yourself to do it. Yeah, it's just this feeling of limbo. But basically, I describe it as when you get up in the morning, for example, and you again, like, there's something that you're supposed to do, but you barely have the energy to even get up. To be honest with you, and
Okay.
it's just about understanding, what the source of that is, like why the sort of chronic lack of drive on an existential level. You know.
Oh, yeah, yeah, motivation.
Exactly.
Um, you know, I've been dealing with an issue, and just like we were talking about, right? Divine timing is never late. So I want to share this with you.
Mhm.
Is that I've been thinking about. Have you ever seen this movie called No Country for Old Men?
That sounds so familiar. I don't think I watched it, but I think I have an idea maybe what's
Okay,
about. I don't know.
fuck it. It's the
Yeah.
guy in the bag, right? The bag of money. But the thing is that you know where that money bag belongs, right? Um, Fuck the movie. Let's pretend like you're looking down a really scary and dark tunnel, right? I think that spirit tells us if we do not become our own light at the end of that tunnel, right? Then what are we where are we going? Why am I going through this scary corridor? For what? I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I walking in there for? That looks like troubles.
Facts.
But when we concentrate on what it is that we're doing, why we're doing it, all those things, we start to split ourselves into so many different pieces instead of understanding that this is the goal. That's the goal at the end of that tunnel. And keeping that light bright is absolutely important. Um, One more thing, and then we're gonna get to your reading.
Yeah, of course.
But like, something great had happened, and I got in the shower. I was like, "See, spirit, all you gotta do is just show me that like good shit is coming, and then I'm there." Like, I was making my smoothies. I was that morning. I was on it. Do you
Yeah.
understand? I was working out. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be that person. I'm supposed to give myself that assurance and the only way I can do that is if I keep my mind on that prize, keep that eye keep that eye on the prize. You know what I'm saying? And then therefore we're able to manifest the thing that we want and actually have it pull up for us the way we want it. But just don't, make sure that you're not splitting yourself into different energy sectors, because even though we have one body, we get really good at thinking that we don't split up energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, nah, I completely understand. I mean, for me, I think that the irony of this sort of like great search that all human beings, endure in some way in their life is that irony is that what we're searching for, we perceive because how we perceive is everything on the outside. But what we're really searching for is actually within us all along. You feel me?
Yes.
Because really, just like if you want to look at the sun or even this candle or whatever,
Yep.
this fire that I've pontificated about for quite some time now, it actually really just exists within all of us. To be honest with you.
Mm.
And it's really just about taking that fire and harnessing it. You know
Yes.
what I mean? I always say the way I describe it is that basically the fire is basically the self, what exists within us. Our mind is what we use to manipulate and contort that fire, and our body is the vessel in which it all happens. You know what I mean?
That was a jewel. That's fucking special. That's so true. We are a mechanism, an organism.
Exactly.
You know, a machine with different working parts. That's beautiful. I'm wondering what your cards are about to say because I feel like we done worked our way to the answer of this rut.
Yeah, right.
Also, people always try to concentrate on like toxic positivity, they're always trying to be like so positive focused. They don't realize that if you won all the time, then you would never know how to play the game, and you would never know who the people are that you're playing against. And that seems very deadly, you know what I'm saying?
It's real.
So it's really great that we have these quote unquote ruts or bad times, because they really give a light to who we are at the moment. Lord knows I ain't the same person I was yesterday. All right?
Exactly. Exactly. It's real.
Okay. Okay, so I am getting like a feminine energy with you, that stands with you. I see her as like this older woman. I see her with a lot of hair. I think it's like the shirt is like a peach red with like little flowers on it. I don't know if that means anything to you or anything, but I see that person as someone that I'm going to get these answers from. All right. So the first card we have is Ace of Wands. Okay, so I can't even make this up because, yeah, did they see me shuffle? Okay, anyway, I'm just saying that literally, okay, this is the Ace of Wands. Makes so much sense that we have this fire here, and the fire that you were just talking about, right? That fire is yours. I want you to concentrate on the fact that, have you ever gotten a tarot reading before?
I think maybe once ever. I don't even remember. You know, I was like,
Okay. Well, just to let you know that just for the future, whenever you get an ace, that can never be reversed. It can never be taken away from you. It's literally, this deck doesn't have it, but in the traditional decks, it has a big glove, like almost like Mickey Mouse, like coming out the sky and handing this to you. So literally, this is like spirit saying, this is your wand. I gave it to you from birth. You're walking with this. You are this thing never turns off, like you were just saying. Oh my goodness, that's so crazy. That's so crazy.
that's dope.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And fire. What is your sign?
Pisces.
Pisces. Oh my God! Happy birthday.
Yeah,
When?
I mean, yeah, February 27th.
February 27th. Wow! Happy birthday! Happy
Thank
birthday.
you, thank you.
I have a sister that's born the day after.
Oh wow, my brother was born the day after too. He's a what's his name? The leap year.
Leap year, the 28th. Okay, that's fucking dope. That's fucking dope. And you said the 27th, right? Just to be clear.
Yeah.
That's my birthday in April, the 27th. That's so crazy.
Wow.
Another coinky dink. All right. Let's pull this oracle card. So this, wow. King of Pentacles. So the oracle card is going to tell us like exactly what the whole reading is about. You are very like stable in yourself, but the thing is that I feel like this is talking about like physically you are very like, what is that called, rooted into the ground. Like, you know, when you have your weight distributed evenly, and I think that's why you're so confused, why you feel this rut, because you feel like I'm taking all the correct steps, you know what I'm saying? So what could it be, you know what I'm saying? I think that it's a need to trust yourself. That's what I'm getting. A need to trust yourself. As I look at this wand here, now I'm drawn to the cityscape in the back, but I see this tree, this pine tree in the back here of the king, and it just tells me that you're needing to grow. You're needing to grow that idea that you need some type of like deep change of some sort. Like grow past that, knowing that you have what it takes. You have what you need now. You have what you need now. Okay? And this is like security too. Um oh, I want to take another card out, but it's okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna leave it there because that's fucking dope. You don't have nothing to worry about. Yep. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Also, I do this thing where like, you know, I do like, oh, I guess it's like an energy read. I read like chakras, auras. And you have what I like to call heavy grass growth. There's like, I see these like big blades of grass that are growing like this off of your knees, like off of your legs. And that just shows me that you have made an oath to your creative spirit. Something that you're creating, something that you're doing, it's like I'm gonna eat off this. You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful. Please trust yourself in the future. This right here, Queen of Swords, is telling you that the thing that she comes in when we need to be stopped, right? She comes in when we need to be halt. If you go forward, you'll ruin this blessing. So now I know for a fact that whatever rut you perceive yourself to be in is not actually a rut. This is a lull given to you by spirit. And it's saying like literally, if I let you go forward, you might wreck something. And because of the passion that I gave you, because of the passion that I gave you, because of that fire, you know?
Okay.
So just, oh, you were saying Taoism and allowing, right? Allow. Just allow.
Yeah. All right. That's fire. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I appreciate
problem.
this reading for real. You said a lot of things that I feel was definitely true. It's so funny. The Ace of Wands thing is funny to me too because for quite some time now I've actually been like fake like writing like a story, right? You know, in general.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the funny thing is that like the main character of my story and the whole idea around the character is basically being like a sorcerer, like a wizard of some sort.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and one of the main ways he manifests his powers in my story is actually through fire as well. Like,
You have. Okay. You have fire, air, and earth. You know what I'm saying? And like literally, that's like if this was it, like this is how you make a fire. You know what I'm saying? It's like you
yeah,
have the earth to be secure with, and then you have the wand, which is the fire, and then you have the air that's allowing fire. You know, air and fire have a very specific
yeah.
relationship.
Yep.
Um, I really think that like even okay, so it did bother me because I be trying to say this because I want to be cool and snazzy with the kids. You know what I'm saying? And like I be trying to say like like oh I'm low key this or I'm fake this, but when I look at both of those terms, they are also kind of like bringing down the energy of what you are. It's like playing cards and like trying to lead off. You know what I'm saying? Lead to something else so that way no one, sees. But if you are talking amongst spirit, if you're talking to yourself and you find yourself saying those words, playing it down, we're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And then so that's where I'm gonna clock that and then tell you about that because I don't fake write it, be writing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna try to do that. No, don't try, do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you are well capable. And this right here is telling me that you're fucking royalty. IX. Yep. I fucking know it now. I know it now. I'm so sorry, Taj. I'm not supposed to be doing 4 cards, but like I just know it now because this is the 9 of Swords, which is literally like you're letting your mind create a theater for you to watch, and that theater, that show, don't go off. So you're just gonna be not sleeping, not eating correctly. Shit is just miss off kilter. But the thing is that remember we started here where we were telling you you're in the right place, you're doing the right things. So why is it that I'm having this lull? I think it's here. It's in the thoughts. It's the mind. It's the way that you're thinking about yourself, and that's what they're trying to stop you from doing. If you had gotten the thing, if you had gotten to go to that place, or if the lull didn't happen, your mindset was going to be off. And what did you say at the beginning of this reading? That your mind is in the machine. Your mind is the thing that tells you how to use the fire, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I'm like, I got chills. Okay. Congratulations. That's what I want to say to you. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you know, the progression of my character and his story is mirrors my progression in real life, you know, in general. I mean, the whole point of the story is basically like my character goes to like a spiritual journey of sorts, because like the set
hero's journey.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because basically it's like my character, like, he grows up in like the ghetto, like the hood or whatever. He grows up in the main streets of Chicago, gets involved with some you know, like less than reputable people,
right,
you know,
right.
essentially speaking. Ends up going on some sort of like you know, mission with someone who we thought he trusted in whatever circle he was a part of, but ended up getting betrayed and then losing his life, basically. And what ends up happening is that once he loses his life, there's a specific like sort of cosmic significance to the exact time he died, because basically in that moment he, instead of just passing on, he gets transported to like basically purgatory, you know what I mean? And there he meets like some like old like spiritual being that basically gives him like like a choice where it's like, okay, you can either simply pass on like everybody else, or you can basically return to Earth as like a spiritual warrior and like basically like redeem your people type shit, you know? So that's basically it.
And what he choose?
Yeah, I mean, initially speaking, funnily enough, his initial choice was that he actually just wanted to